Let's go!
Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and three toes. I will beat your ass.
Are the Detroit Lions the best offense in the NFL? Man, I just love watching them. This is such an interesting play design. The first thing, obviously, is the Green Bay Packers are not ready for this play. This is so beautifully done. Obviously, Amon-Ra is going to generate a lot of gravity. Jared Goff acts like he could throw it here. So this overhang defender and this linebacker bites down on that on 3rd and 3. So he's going to work the dig behind this receiver, and the pass protection is really freaking good. He hits Jameson Williams right in the number, and it's off to the races. It's pretty wild how good they are at blocking in short yardage situations. It always helps if you have Penei Sewell. Look at this double team. Look at this displacement. And Tim Patrick, a physical receiver who had a really good game for them, gets a nice block. And, of course, look at this finish right here. I mean, this is just really freaking gross. Man, love to see it. And Monty's able to walk in untouched. So, obviously, I don't know if there's an offense I prefer more in 3rd and medium than the Lions. So you really have to get creative. And this pressure is really well designed, okay? So you're thinking, if you are the right guard, that this guy goes to the inside. There's a little scat protection here to the right. Center picks him up. Guard now has to pick up the blitzing linebacker. Quay Walker, who played at Georgia. They're so good at blitzing under Kirby Smart's defense. But he's actually not just blitzing. His job right here is to pick Penei Sewell and really allow this twist to come around. And look at that. He gets a 2-for-1 right there. And you get the best pass rusher on the team in a clear sack situation. Really good design. So look at this from Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down. And guess what? You get the absolute best matchup you could possibly get. Good protection right here. They kept the tight end to block. And you have Jahmyr Gibbs one-on-one versus a linebacker on the Texas route. He was the best at running this at Alabama, and he absolutely schools this linebacker. And even though there was pressure in Jared Goff's face, you get an easy touchdown. So let's get this prime vision going here. What's very interesting on this 4th and 1 call isn't necessarily the play call, but the personnel, right? So you have a 13 personnel set. You take Amon-Ra, St. Brown, and Jameson Williams off the field on 4th and 1, and you're thinking potentially this could be a power run to the left, okay? Send the tight end in motion. That gives you an indicator if it's probably going to be man or zone. Someone has to go out with the tight end anyway, so it doesn't give you that much of an indication. And you would think of these three, it would be Laporta splitting out wide. That's not what this is. And honestly, this is kind of sort of just a 3-man route concept. You're never really throwing to the tight end right here. And, because you show such a heavy look to the left side, they're going to have more linebackers on here, which increases the chance of there being a one-on-one here to the backside. And look, there's a lot of pressure off the right side. They even got a blitzer almost through there, but it doesn't matter. It's just really freaking good stuff. So, Jared Goff, I want you to give me your honest grade on him this year. So, the interception thing has been weird. So, 5 interceptions in his first 3 games. Then about a month ago, he had 5 interceptions versus Houston alone. The Lions were somehow able to win that game. And he's not had any other interceptions in any other game. So you get this one right here. Look, kind of a weird situation. You're running a little bit of a stop. And you just automatically assume this is going to be open because the corner is going to come out here on Jahmyr Gibbs. And the corner just reads him. That ball should just never, ever, ever be thrown. And you throw this deep in your own territory. And as many of you know, the Packers would go on and score this. The one thing I've always liked about the Lions, man, did they really play hard? Just guys diving left and right to try and make this interception. I'm a little shocked that the DB didn't try and go run over Jared Goff when you had the opportunity to get a hit on the QB, but what a play. Okay, a lot of coaches in this spot are kicking the field goal. 4th and goal, down by 4. I mean, this is a long 3 yards, but they're going for it again. And once again, it's a formational diversity. I'm a little shocked more teams at all levels don't do this. So you have Amon-Ra St. Brown at running back, and then you have Jahmyr Gibbs out here at receiver, and you could see that this caused some confusion. So the linebacker is running over here to play man coverage versus Amon-Ra out of the backfield, and once again, he draws a lot of gravity. You get a little bit of a chip right here from Tim Patrick. The corner in the flat picks up Amon-Ra, as does the linebacker, and guess what? After Tim Patrick sets that pick, look at when Jared Goff is actually deciding to rip this. Man, this is just really good stuff from Goff. He knows that once he sees his linebackers back that this is going to be open. But, I mean, a lot of quarterbacks are waiting for this to get wide open. Look at when Goff is actually ripping this. All right, this is his decision to throw with this linebacker right here on Patrick. That is really, really good anticipation. Another thing I really like about this from a Lions standpoint is you know you are freaking cooking when you have multiple things open. Because on the backside here, this slant to Jahmyr Gibbs was also open. All right, it would just depend on where his eyes were if that safety would be playing on this. But that's also open for a touchdown. Really, 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 really creative. So this is really cool. Jared Goff made sure to get the football for Tim Patrick in his first Lions TD. And I'm actually recording this while the game is going on. This is a sign of a good team and good culture. He's making sure that that ball is getting to the equipment manager. That's really, really, really good stuff. So the Lions decide to go for it, 4th and 1, deep in their own territory, and they run this pitch here to the right side. And honestly, Green Bay just played this really well. I mean, the blocks are fine from the offensive line. Let's see if there's a miss. You know, maybe the tight end was supposed to block this guy right here. Maybe it should have been the Sun God. So there were actually all three of these guys missed blocks right there. And Jahmyr Gibbs almost picked this up. Quay Walker is a freak. Did a good job flying in there. And your stuff. Jared Goff, are you kidding me? So we get to the game-winning drive. So you start off here with two fullbacks, and then these tight ends who are at fullback now line up. And once again, you're in 13 personnel. And obviously you have to respect the ability to run out of it, okay? But these are actually just a decoy to throw it deep, right? So once Jared Goff sees the leverage of the safety, look at the space over here. The flat route holds this corner, and man, this is just so wide open. It's shocking how open this is, but that is the Ben Johnson magic, baby. So we get to the second down. I don't know why my copy here got pixelated, but here we go. Once again, this pass protection was so good for the Lions, and you'll see that Jared Goff is just buying time. This is a longer developing play. The shallow drag is picked up by two guys. You have a single high right here, and guess what? Goff is just waiting for this dig to open up. He's getting basically hit while he's thrown, and he's able to complete it. Once again, it's just very pixelated, but it's Amon-Ra. So before I show you this final play, I want to shout out the Lions. I mean, they nearly outgained the Packers by 100 yards. You know, some of that is due to some bad turnovers deep in your own territory, but honestly, this performance showed you why this is the best offense in the NFL. Tons of fourth down aggression, and as you saw, Jared Goff just has been playing fantastic football. And remember, the Lions had been showing a lot of throws out of 13 personnel, right? This defense knows this. And most coaches like to bring everything in tight, which I hate to do offensively, but I like it a little bit more when on fourth down and shorts, you had been mostly throwing out of this personnel grouping, and this time you actually try to play some smash mouth freaking football. So that's why I don't mind running in tight formations, because you honestly do have to play on your heels just a little bit because of this team's ability to throw out of it. And once again, these DTs are just surged to the inside right here. And honestly, on a fourth and short, even if you are playing on your heels, to block this well is amazing. And then, of course, you got to show Jared Goff some love for getting this handoff off, despite his foot getting tripped up on by one of his offensive linemen, you're still able to find a way to win this game. And you give Dan Campbell a lot of credit for the bold decision to go for it here on 4th and inches, okay? Most coaches in this spot are kicking the field goal. Now, the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. The vibes are just there for this team to actually go win it all this year. Lions versus Commanders, NFC Championship game. I cannot wait to see Jaden Daniels pull the upset. I'm kidding, but maybe not. As you guys know, that is my favorite player in the NFC. But as of right now, the Lions, to me, have looked like the best team, and I can't wait to see what they do in the playoffs this year, okay? It is about our NFL. Boom. Now, is this the new greatest show on turf? Is it? I want your honest opinion on this team, okay? Because they are so much freaking fun to watch. I remember those Mike Martz Rams. Do you?